Hey there guys, Drew Perlmutter here with aetuts.com, and today I got a quick little tutorial for you, and I'm going to be teaching you how to create 3D videos using Adobe After Effects. So go ahead, grab your 3D glasses, and this is what we are going to create. So basically, if you just look around this video, you can really tell that it's 3D. You can see a lot of depth. We have a dog come in here, but basically this is a 3D video. So before we go ahead and jump into creating the actual effect, I have a couple pictures for you. Right here is the picture of the setup that I was using. We have two Canon T2Is. One is obviously right side up and the other is upside down. The reason being is that if these were both right next to each other, right side up, there would be too much distance between the lenses. For creating 3D videos, the ideal length between the lenses is 2 to 4 inches. This one I believe was 3.5 inches. They say that it's best to have it almost the same distance as your eyes are, which I think is 2 to 2.5 inches. So this was the setup that I used. I have another picture for you right here, which is a diagram of basically the little test video that you just saw of the car. I had, this is our left camera, which is the red, and our right camera, which is the blue. Basically, I had them 3.5 inches from each other, and they were both covering the same subject, which was the car. Now, if you don't have two cameras available for your use, very simple workaround. All you do is you just shoot, let's say your left camera first, move the camera 2-3 inches to the right, and then shoot the same exact thing. However, there are some limitations and drawbacks to only using one camera. You're going to have to, be able to replicate what you just shot perfectly. I mean, you can't have someone do an action and then have him perfectly do it again. I mean, you might be able to do that, but it's very hard to, and it's not going to be the easiest task. So if you're going to be using one camera, start out with, static subjects. Alright, so now let's dive into actually creating the effect. I'm going to go import our footage. We have the left and the right clip. So now let's go ahead and take our left clip, drag it, create a new comp, and we're going to go ahead and take our right clip and drag it right on top of our left clip. Make sure that the left is always on the bottom and the right is always on the top. Really quickly, I'm just going to go ahead and bring our comp settings up by hitting Command K, and I'm just going to go ahead and retitle this 3D. Now what I did was, after I shot the footage, I went ahead and took the upside down clip that I had, threw it into MPEG Stream Clip, compressed it, and then, just flipped it right side up. And I made sure that both of these clips right here have the same starting point and have the same ending point. They're both synced up, and what we can go ahead and do is, we have the dog jumping right here. If I go ahead and bring the opacity of the top clip down to, say, 50%, you can see that they're both perfectly synced up. And if you're shooting with two cameras, you want to go ahead and make sure that your actions, are perfectly synced up. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this back to 100. And now let's go ahead and go here to our effects and presets, and we're going to bring up the curves. Go ahead and take the curves to our right clip. And when creating 3D, the right is usually that cyan blue color. So if we go up here to our RGB, and we're going to go ahead to our, go to our red, and just take it and get rid of all the red. And this mixture of the blue and the green that is still left is going to create our cyan color. Next, let's go take our curves again and drag it to our left clip. Now, what we want to do is, because, the left is the red, we're going to go take our green and take our blue and just drag them all the way down, getting rid of all the green and blue. And if we just hide our right layer, we can see that this is the red. Now, very simply, we're just going to turn our right layer back on, and we're going to right-click, go to our blending mode, and choose screen. And this is basically how you create 3D videos. It's simple to create them, but then when, let's say you're going to go ahead and shoot a 3D short film, that's when editing can start to, get a little time-consuming and a little difficult. Now, we're not done yet. What we want to go ahead and do is take our right clip with our with our right clip selected, go ahead and drag it and line it up with our left clip. Now you can see I kind of lined it up with this car right here. I lined it up using the car's matching point. And if you take your 3D glasses and take a look, this is where it's perfectly lined up, is where you're going to be able to tell and perceive the most depth from this. So let's say I lined it up on the dog that we have right here. Now you can see a lot of depth behind the dog, but not so much behind this car. So basically what this is doing, where the 3D lines up perfectly, is going to be the focusing point where there's the most depth from the picture. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to kind of, I'm just going to kind of line it up halfway between this car right here and the dog. So, about right there feels good. You can also look back here, and you can still see 3D throughout the whole picture, but just points like over here and over here is where there's going to be the most depth. Alright, we're almost done. Really quickly, just go ahead and select both tracks, hit S to bring up the scale, and we're just going to scale it up just a little bit. And there you go. That is how you create 3D videos using After Effects. I hope you enjoyed this quick little tip, and thank you for watching.